Obviously, it's going to be a tough ask. Two massive games, really. Obviously, watch just above us on goal difference in the league table. So if we could beat them, obviously we leapfrog them in the table. Carlisle will be a good game. Obviously, Craig Curran turn into Mentor Park this time. But there's no reason why we can't beat those two teams for sure.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting couple of weeks, definitely as well, with the game against Walsall on the 8th, which is another big game, another side who are struggling. So if we could pick up 9 points from our next 3 games, then we've put ourselves in a great position.
Yeah, that's going to move us probably into the top half of the league. It's madness, really. That's the way it's looking at the moment.
But hopefully that will be something that we can do. Of course, also starting on Saturday, the January transfer window, all the fun will begin. There will be rumours, no doubt, surrounding the futures of Dale Jennings and Ian Thomas-More. Can you see them both leaving, or one or the other, Paul?
I can see he'll possibly leaving, to be honest. Hopefully, if anything does happen, we can loan him to the season. In terms of Ian Thomas-More, I think he's probably going to stay, to be honest.
Yeah, I've got a feeling Ian Thomas-More will stay, and I imagine that whatever happens, we will see Dale Jennings playing in a Tranmere shirt past January as well, either because he's stayed and we haven't sold him, or because that he's been let back to the club on loan till the end of the season from whoever he's signed for, which is rumoured to be the deal that's going around at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. There's plenty of interest from high league clubs. You know, he's obviously proves his worth in the first half of the season. He's done really well for us, but hopefully we can keep hold of him. I think the best deal for the club could come summer if Dale keeps on as he has been doing.
Yeah, I think if he stays with Tranmere and continues to develop, if he can stay until until the summer, then I think that he would probably get a move to a bigger club, and Tranmere would probably get a bigger fee for him.
Exactly.
Benefit both parties, of course. But it's a question of what his agent does, who is often the pivotal figure in this kind of deal.
Yeah, indeed. Hopefully, he can keep his feet on the ground. Best thing for a player like him would be to be playing games at his age. You know, he's only 17. Will he move on and just play reserve team football, which isn't really going to push him forward at this stage? So hopefully he sees that Tranmere is the place to be, like everyone else, and we can keep him till at least the summer.
There will be some movement for Tranmere, of course. Latif Alfred Aliou, his loan deal from West Brom, ends on the 4th of January. Gunnar Nielsen, I believe, ends on the 31st of December, so he may have played his last game for us, but I could be wrong there. Sam Manton and Scott Wotton and Jermaine Granderson also, their loan deals expire, so there's going to be plenty of movement in the loan market for Tranmere, you'd think, and I expect we'll see the return of Peter Galakshi.
Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah, I think the Gunnar Nielsen deal ends on the 4th of January, so he could be up for another couple of games, unfortunately.
Well, I think if that is the case, then he will obviously take the number 1 jersey against Carlisle and Rochdale. But I think the deal is the expectation is for Galakshi to come back once Nielsen's gone.
Yeah, I mean that would be a good deal. I think Galakshi did after a shaky start. He did really well for the team. So, but Nielsen's hardly been a shining light in the performances he's put in recently.
No, once again, come under question after his performance against Huddersfield and Leyton Orient, which is disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's a decent quality goalkeeper. Manchester City must see something in him, but performances he's shown for Tranmere, diabolical. He looks shaky on crosses. He doesn't catch the ball. Some sloppy goals. He pushes the ball back into the goal mouth from a save. It's been anything but reliable in between the sticks, unfortunately.
Could we say that you're almost unimpressed with him, Paul?
Um, I would, yeah, you could quote me on that one. I think, yeah.
That's fair enough. Of course, Les Parry came out the other day and said that it's just a bit too early for Joe Collister to be Tranmere's number one, but he fully expects him to be the number one next year, which is a great boost to Joe confidence-wise for the manager to be saying that next year is going to be his big year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he came in at the start of the season and did really well. He's still only a young lad. He's got a whole career ahead of him, obviously, another 20 years hopefully. So yeah, you know, he's a good shot stopper. Just needs to develop other areas of his game, and obviously build links with the defence in front of him. But there's no reason why he can't be Tranmere's number one for another 10, 15 years, really.
Yes, he's a very good player. The question is, can Tranmere progress to match his progression, which of course we'll all wait to see with bated breath, no doubt. Since our last podcast, 2 Tranmere youngsters have gone out on loan. Max Power and Jack McGrath, both highly rated players. They've both gone to Colwyn Bay, which would be a great experience for them, but they can't get on the pitch at the moment, which is a big blow.
Yeah, that's the problem with loan deals over Christmas, isn't it? Yeah, they've gone the same route as Ash Taylor did a couple of years ago. Ash did really well for Colwyn Bay. They play in the Unibond, or the Evo Stick Division 1, so it's a half decent standard there. Obviously competitive games for them, so hopefully they'll come back better players if they manage to get on the pitch at some point.
Well, it's certainly good for Jack and Max. I think both need first team experience, and both I think have got the potential to play for Tranmere's first team, if not this season, then next season. So it remains to see whether they get to play there, but I've certainly seen some potential there, and I remember Jack McGrath scoring an absolute wonder goal away against Colwyn Bay in a pre-season game about 3 years ago now, so maybe that's why they signed him and took him back.
Yeah, definitely. He's a tricky little winger. I've not seen a great deal of him, to be honest. But, yeah, he just needs to build up a bit more strength, and then yeah, reason why he can't push for a place in the team. Wide players are hard to come by, so if he can progress as everyone at the club wants him to, there's no reason why he can't be involved in the club's future.
He's skillful, he's tricky, and I wouldn't imagine that he's far off the pace that Dale Jennings can get, so he could be a very valuable player in the future for Tranmere, but the question is, will he get the pitch time? And if he doesn't, we'll never know.
Yeah, it could be one of those lost gems that we never really get to see on the pitch. So, but hopefully he does well. Him and Max as well in the Colwyn Bay team. They can help Colwyn Bay push up the league. They're challenging for their league, and yeah, come back better players and then push for first team places at Tranmere.
Yes, so that's nearly us. That is nearly it from us this week. We've just got one final thing to say, and that is next week's email topic. Paul, what do you want everyone to email in about this week?
Yeah, we're going to launch the first ever Totally Tranmere Podcast Awards. Asking you to email in with your best Tranmere player of 2010, best Tranmere goal of 2010, and best Tranmere game of 2010. So if you've got any thoughts on any of those 3 topics, or indeed all 3, we'd love to hear from you. To the usual addresses, you can email us at podcast@total-tranmere.co.uk. You can find us on Twitter at TotalTranmere, all one word, or at Paul Harper 82. Or you can find us on Facebook. We've got a Facebook page and a Facebook group now as well. So if you type in Totally Tranmere in the search engine on Facebook, you should be able to find us there as well.
Yeah, so we want your favourite game, favourite goal, and your best player of 2010 for Tranmere Rovers. I have a slight feeling that Tranmere's defeat against Huddersfield the other week won't be anywhere near the best game. That is it from us. We thank you very much for listening. We hope you have a great new year. We hope you enjoy the Rochdale and Carlisle games. And with any luck, we'll be bringing you a brand new podcast in time for next week's home game against against Walsall. Thank you very much for listening, and from me, it's goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Happy New Year to everyone.